What's going on, chicken friends? It's Donna Little from the Coop Scoop, and this is my title is not clickbait. I am telling you the truth. I am taking a break. And there's two kind of main reasons that I'm doing this. And one is I have a lot going on right now. And I know some of you probably saw my video from maybe a week or so ago, a little over a week ago, where I mentioned in the video that, we've had a lot of losses. We've had losses with the chickens, but we also lost Mark's parents. And because of that, we have their house. And I don't know what made me think that I would be able to just go in there and get it done, like that. And we would get the house ready to rent, because it is not, it has not turned out that way. So it's already been a couple of months, and I am getting there, as far as cleaning the house out, but there's still a lot left to do. And between running to that house and then coming back to my house and taking care of the chickens and taking care of the quail and taking care of my own house, I don't have a minute to spare. I've been saying probably the last week or so, I need to get back up there and get things done. And I've just gotten so burnt out on it that I just want to come and hang out with my chickens, because chicken keeping right now is about the easiest part of my life. Everything else feels like it's just in chaos. I went ahead and said to Mark, get a dumpster here. Like, let's rent a dumpster. And then that's going to light a fire under me to finish what I started. Because without it being done, we're basically, paying to keep the power on and paying to keep the water on and all of that stuff. And we need to get the house, rented out. And so we have a dumpster coming in a few days, and I have been going. I mean, piles of this and piles of that. And there's things in the carport and things in the front room of the house up there. And then, because I don't have enough going on, we sort of made the decision, and I know ultimately it's a good decision, but the next few weeks is going to be absolutely crazy, because we'll have the dumpster for about a week, I think. We decided we would empty things out of our own house and do that whole sort of like, if it's not serving me or hasn't been serving me for the last however many years, then it needs to go, sort of thing. So we've gotten the garage almost done, but it's going to be here in a few days. I don't remember what day it's coming, the dumpster. So I have a few days to sort of get things organized. I've barely scratched the surface inside of my house, and we're pretty good about doing that anyway. Like, I don't have a lot of things that need to go, but in the garage we do. So I have been going. And I know a lot of you, especially probably women, you get into the cleaning mode or something, and you just don't need any distractions. But if you have to take a break and stop and start something else, it just ruins your flow. That's kind of how I feel right now about content creating. To think up something, a video to make, and then put it together and get B-roll and edit it and, get it loaded and all that stuff. It's a distraction almost at this point, because I have so much that I need to focus on. And, I kind of sometimes just want to enjoy my chickens and not make a video about it. And I have a phone in my hand. I just want to get out here and make out with them, because they're so cute. Okay, maybe not really make out, but there is a little kissing going on. But it's not just that. It's also kind of the channel. And let me explain. When I started the channel, I didn't really necessarily have high expectations, but I knew at some point it would be nice to get monetized. And I did at the beginning of the year. And the channel was really growing. And after I got monetized, it sort of like, had a little growth spurt. And I'll be very transparent about the, huge amount of money that I'm making. I started out making about $2 a day, and it just continued to grow. So it was $2 a day for a little bit, and then $3 a day, and then $5 a day. And, I said to Mark jokingly, I was like, who can say in a couple of weeks they've doubled their income? I mean, come on. I'm up to $5 a day. And then it just continued to grow. So it wasn't, I was never banking. I think some people that are trolls, get this attitude like, if you're making money on here, then you should take whatever I dish out, and I'm like, I'm not making enough money for that. Trust me when I say this. But it had continued to grow. And I got to around May to June, and I suddenly went from, I don't know, like $10 a day to like it took a big leap, and I was making, $17 a day. And it was like, look at me go, what is going on here? And I really honestly expected that to just sort of continue. It didn't have to jump, from $10 a day to all of a sudden to $17 a day, but that it would continue to grow. And I got around the beginning of June, and it's not my subscriber base has continued to grow. It's not about the subscribers that gets you paid. It's how many views you get. So at that point, I was averaging around 150,000 views every 48 hours. And I know, for big content creators, I can probably get that in 5 minutes, but not me. I'm not there yet. So I was doing, decent. That was getting me that, huge income. And I don't remember when it was. I think it was around, what is it, baby? The very beginning of June. It just got cut in half. I mean, like that, overnight. I get up one day and I'm like, 75,000. Like, what happened? What did I miss? And it's hard to tell that because I get a lot of views on older content. So if I'm just going by the new things I put out, I'm like, well, that video got the same amount of views that a video did a few weeks ago, and these shorts are still doing really well. What's the deal, And then I started to notice, like, my old videos or older things were getting virtually nothing. It was like the spout got cut off or something on anything older. And I thought, well, I don't know how to make that change. I don't understand, how to manipulate YouTube because I don't know if that's possible. And then I came across a video randomly, and it was a lady who is a chef. And, I like to watch a little cooking every now and then. And she made a video about the fact that all of a sudden her videos weren't getting viewed. And I was like, I am not a misery loves company kind of person, but I'm a little bit glad to see it's not just me. Like, what's going on? And she has like 2.3 million subscribers. So she should be getting, tons of views and everything. And she was like, all of a sudden, I have people saying, I've missed you. Where have you been? And she was like, I'm still putting out content. Been right here. So then I guess because I watched that video, then I got fed another video. And so it seems like for some reason with just certain people, that's what's going on. And while it still looks like I'm getting the same views, I realize now the problem is nothing that's even a few weeks old is, I've got a few that continue to get views, but they're getting like virtually nothing. And I can go in and look at my videos and it'll be 0, 0, 0, like anything older. So I don't know why that happened. Obviously it's some of it. Well, do not pick on your sister. It's, videos that have been out for a while. So I have no idea what's going on, but it is frustrating to go backwards because when it got cut in half, it has just declined from there. So at this stage, I might get 30,000 views every 2 days where it was 150,000. I don't know how to fix that. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with that. But I thought to myself, I know this might sound backwards and the wrong way to look at it, but now might be the time to take a break. If my videos aren't getting viewed that much anyway, and just finish what I need to finish because these things have got to get finished. And now that I have a bunch of stuff sitting out in my yard, that definitely needs to go somewhere too. So I'm going to have to load all that into a dumpster. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. So, hey, if I am going to be back. Don't worry. I'm going to give it a few weeks because I got to finish all of that. So I can't really say a specific date. I'm going to guess maybe the beginning-ish of October. So if you want to keep supporting the channel, go watch my videos and keep me going while I'm gone. I may or may not even, I probably through the end of the day will respond to comments, and then I'm going to just let it lie because I have got to do the things that I got to do. So that is what's going on here. And chickens are all doing good. Everybody's well. Everybody's happy. All these little cutie pies are over here behind me, being as adorable as ever. And they'll probably be a little bit bigger when you see them next time, because you know little babies grow super fast. But I do hope you guys are enjoying our content, or my content, and that you will continue to watch. Maybe go back and watch some things you hadn't seen, because I have a lot of videos, and I'll have people say constantly, like, I might mention something in the short and they go, oh, I didn't know that, you know, or I didn't hear that. You know, and I'm like, I made a video about it. So it can be a little bit frustrating. So one of these days, maybe I'll figure YouTube out. I don't know. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of September. I probably won't be back until October, but I am not leaving. You can't get rid of me that easy. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will see you soon.